I was just down bad last week, now they won't come around. Remember rolling splits of sour, we was smoking pounds. On the app, that shit was daily, shit got lonely now. It's funny how they talk about me when I'm not around. See on my back, it is a target, gotta watch my life. Thinking twice when I step out the crib, they want my life. Remember.
What is going on, YouTube? It's your boy Uncle Steak. I have a very special video for y'all. Today I'm gonna be showing y'all the best center build in next gen NBA 2K21. So this is gonna be a center build that can basically do it all. It can slash, it can shoot, it can obviously play defense, and still has a little bit of ball handling in there, so you're not getting ripped every time you get the ball. I researched this build for a while. I figured it out. So this is what you're going to want to go. You're going to want to have the 6'9" height. 6'9" is kind of like the good sweet spot, because anywhere 6'10", you're dropping all your stats, and if you go taller, you're just going to be way too slow. And 6'8" is when you kind of get down to like the small forward area. So you want to be power forward, 6'9", 227 pounds, and a 7'1" wingspan will do good, because when your wingspan's at 7'1", it makes it so you can at least shoot a little, but you still have a long wingspan to block shots. If you go any higher, your shooting is going to take a dip, and I just did define for body. You can do anything. I honestly might change it and do like slight, because like I kind of like when my centers are skinny, because it makes them look better in clothes, I guess. Just a preference for me. That doesn't really matter what you do. And yeah. So this next part is what everybody's been waiting for. It is the attributes and the badges. So as you can see, when I finished it off, I've already finished it. You can just copy all these ones. It's 7 finishing, 17 shooting, 6 playmaking, and 19 defensive badges. So these badges may not look so crazy right now, but if you really think about it, this is a center who can play defense, has 19 defensive badges, and he also has 17 shooting badges to go along with the 6 playmaking and 7 finishing. As you can see, he can get almost every defensive badge for almost every Hall of Fame defensive badge, and for shooting he can get a good amount of Hall of Fames, and then he can still get some playmaking badges, and then he can get gold. You can just pick up some of the more important finishing badges. So driving layup is at a 67, like you don't really need driving layup. Driving dunk set, so let's just go with the main stats. So you need the driving dunk, that's an 87, and the standing dunk's an 87. Those will be good, because those will let you get some better dunk packages. And out of the shooting, mid-range 87, and the 3-point is at an 85. This is a really good 3-point for a center, obviously. And then make sure you put the free throw at exactly 68. Because if you go any higher, you're going to be sacrificing some points in some of the other categories, and 68 is just perfect for you to pick up 17 shooting badges, which is good enough for this build. Playmaking, I kind of just filled it out. I just maxed out my speed with the ball, and then put my pass accuracy at a 67, because sometimes I'd be throwing those long passes down court to start like break starter and stuff. And then the ball handle is at 53. Because, I'm trying not to get ripped that much, but obviously it'll happen. Now on to the interior defense, the defensive stats. Interior defense, you're going to want to put at an 88. That's like your most important one. And the perimeter D is at like a 78, kind of important, because you're still 6'9", so you might have to guard a couple of guards, maybe some smaller, shorter players. You want to get your block up there to a 93. I didn't really change the steal at all. Steal hasn't usually mattered a ton, especially for centers in past 2Ks, so kind of just didn't really think about it too much. And then the offensive rebound is a little lower, but I still stuck the defensive rebound at a 91, because those are the most important boards. And honestly, no matter what your rebounding is, it's all about your badges and your positioning. If you know how to box somebody out, you're going to get the board regardless. And then the physicals, just copy those physicals. I don't really know. Most of them, the ones that really matter are speed, acceleration, vertical, and stamina. Just max all those out, and then it doesn't really matter for strength, because strength hasn't usually mattered in 2Ks. So I don't see why it'll matter here, especially when you're 6'9". You don't really need that much strength. You might be going against a big post scorer, but as long as you have the badges and the interior defense, you'll be able to keep up with them. So yeah, that's what I have for the badges and the attributes. If you have any questions about these, you can just comment down below, but that's what I have. And now I'm going to be getting on to the takeover. So yeah. For the takeover, I chose limitless range, and then for the secondary, I chose slasher blow-bys. So I chose limitless range because I think it's the best takeover at all these, and I have the 85 three-pointer. So for this build, you're mostly just gonna be like sitting in the corner and shooting threes and then just playing defense. So that takeover will definitely help because if you get that takeover, they're gonna guard up super close to you, and it'll just really spread the floor out for your team. And for the secondary takeover, to get both takeovers, you have to give takeover 2 times in one game. So I kind of feel like the secondary takeover doesn't really matter because I bet you'll maybe get your secondary takeover every like 15 to 20 games, like unless you're playing like bums and like the game and like you're just messing around and taking forever, like you usually won't get the secondary takeover that often. So it doesn't really matter what you put to the secondary, but make sure your top one is limitless range. You definitely have to go for that. But if you are to choose a secondary and you really want me to give you some advice, I'd go with the slashing blow-by ones because this gives you the ability, if you do end up having both takeovers at the same time, they're going to guard out because they know you're going to shoot, and maybe you can blow right by them for a quick, easy layup or dunk. So that really extends your game and makes the defense a lot harder for you to cover. So just makes you a better player all around. But I definitely think go limitless range for the first one, and the second one doesn't really matter that much. So yeah, if you have any questions about the takeover, maybe you made a build with a different one and you're asking how good it is, or maybe you think one of them is better than what I put, just comment down below. So yeah, we'll get on to the next part. So yeah, I picked those two, the limitless range and the finishing, and as you can see, we are a two-way 3-level scorer. So that's basically just a bigger shooting build and a defensive build resembling John Collins, Jaren Jackson Jr., and Anthony Davis. So yeah, right here it's an Anthony Davis build, play defense and he can score and get baskets on the offensive end. So that's what we're really looking for. And yeah, so that's all I have for the video. If you did like this build, you can go down and comment if you're using it. If you have any other suggestions on what you build, comment down below what your build is in the comments. Like always, like the video and subscribe because I'm doing really big things in 2K21 that you're not going to want to miss. And so yeah, see ya.